anniversary. The massacre started after sundown on this day and went through sunrise. And so on this day, we wanted you to hear from two of the survivors. One of them is 107 years old. She was a 7-year-old girl when all of this happened. The other, he was only 6 months old. They are two of the three survivors. They are brothers and sisters. We had an opportunity to catch up with Big Red and Viola on yesterday at the Survivors and Descendants Luncheon that took place downtown. And here is my interview with two of the three survivors of the Tulsa Race Massacre that took place 100 years ago today, where 36 blocks of blackness was utterly destroyed by white domestic terrorists. Listen to their conversation. This week from folks and photos and interviews and all kind of stuff. Are they running your racket?
Now, I have to start with, I'm a little hard of hearing on that side.
I said folks have been sitting here taking pictures and a lot of energy having y'all in the parade and other events. Are they running your racket?
Oh yes, yes. But I love the parade. The horse, we had a chance to ride in a horse and wagon. Yes, sir. That was really enjoyed that, and I'm sure he did too.
I enjoy this. This is exciting to me. This history.
So many people.
I'm just overwhelmed with this. I didn't think this would ever happen to me in my life. So my life has been good, but this is special. And I love attention. Love attention. Yes, I do. So I'm so overwhelmed with just. I can't get over it. I'm just so happy about this.
How does it make you also feel to see a younger generation, learning the history and really now wanting to understand what happened here 100 years ago?
I think it's wonderful, but I don't think enough history has been said about it throughout the years, because I've met so many people that said they've never heard about it. So I think more history is what we'll have to have, to make everybody realize that it happened. I have a niece, she's 70 years old, and she says she didn't know about it. Just right up that Bartersville.
She's 70.
Yeah. So I hope more history, and every year have a little celebration like this. It would be not this big. Oh, this is too big, but you should always, recognize it.
No, I say have one every year, make it bigger.
Yeah, make it bigger. That's right.
Now I tell the young people, look up, don't turn back. I tell them, you are number one. So it's only one. We only live. All of us is the same. Races, creeds. We are Americans, and I want you to believe you are number one. So that's what I tell the young people. Yesterday at the parade, I was glad to see mixed kids, black, white, green, all colors. So that brings us more close together. We are only one. That's all we got. My nephew out there, he said, Uncle Red, tell him what it's all about. You are number one. We are Americans, all of us. So I want to be treated like America. See, I want justice. That's what I'm looking for.
So many people got a chance to listen to y'all's testimony before Congress. And I must say, to listen to you speak, talking about remembering what happened, and painting a picture of that night, of the terror, was just so hard to listen to.
Yeah.
And folks don't understand the pain and agony that black folks have had to experience in this country.
I know that we still have some of that pain and action. Like I don't sleep all night, and the darkness and any little sound, you know.
All these years later.
Oh, sure, every day. Why not? Every time of day that it happens, look like you think about it. It's something that'll never pass with me. No, sir.
Describe for folks what that community looked like and felt like, and what it was like. Just
the folks that I saw was falling, being shot and killed and bleeding, houses burning, and here smell smoke and seeing fire and heard airplanes raining, and just a rumor, you know. And it's wondering how you had to be gathered up and moved out of the community, my parents was told, to save our lives. So that's the part that I can remember hearing.
Where did y'all go afterwards?
I think to a little town called Claremore, Oklahoma. Yeah, from here. We lived someplace up there out on the north end of town, and you know, so I don't know the name of the highway or anything, but that's where we went and stayed, lived for. And that was the pleasure of me in the parade today, is have a chance to ride in drawn by a horse. I don't know what was the name of the wagon we rode in, but it was real nice. I thought that was really nice, you know, to represent the. Because I think then most people was using horse and wagons, and because my family didn't own a car, and that was our way of transportation. Yeah.
How old were you when the massacre happened?
6 months old. Just only 6 months old. So I was born January 11, 21. That happened in June. So
where did your family, after the massacre happened, did your family stay here? Did they flee? Where did they go?
Well, we all were together. That's my sister there. We all went to
Got you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. We went to Claremore, Oklahoma, just like my sister.
Now, how far is that from here?
I have no idea.
It took quite a while to get there with a horse and wagon, you know.
So you go there. Now, how long did y'all live there? And did you return back?
Not to Tulsa then. No. My parents were sharecroppers, and you know, you probably know about or heard about how we didn't plant the harvest when we would help to do it, and that was his way of making a living for us. Now, as I've said, I never did see any money exchange, but the way of living, of housing and food is what to receive for that kind of service.
Was it hard for you growing up in Greenwood, having that experience, and seeing it destroyed and never been able to come back?
Well, later in years I did, but not until I was a teenager. So being with the family, and then, as I said, when we left there, that type of work, we didn't have a chance to attend school, the full school term, because if it was summer, you had to plant the crop, or in the winter, you had to harvest the crop. So we wasn't able to go to school. So by all of my family, we got a very little schooling. And that is a part of life that I miss so much, too. Yeah.
Now, you go into the U.S. Armed Services, and this is the thing that we always talk about. Black folks loved America more than America loved black folks.
That's right.
And so to fight for a nation knowing full well what it did to your family and your community.
It was a segregated army. It was a black army and a white army. Well, it was. We had 2 black officers, a first lieutenant and a second lieutenant. The rest of the chaplain was white, the colonel was white, the major was white. And that's what the way it was. And so later on up in the years, you know, they started mixing what we had. It was just like you living at home. You were separated from the other army.
But you still served.
We still served, though. We still served.
Well, may I say, you know, I had 2 brothers, 2 sons, and 2 grandsons in service. So what he's saying, you know, I've heard that 3 different generations of times, and they've served on different terms. And each one of the 3 was with the Army or the Navy, and I've learned from their testimony that it's a life that, well, you just don't. You don't have your idea. You have to do what you're compelled to do, and it was pretty rough on them, really.
You have now this reinvigorated emphasis on Greenwood. You have folks talking about emphasizing Black Wall Street in businesses. It's 100 years later. Think in the future. What do you hope 100 years from now Greenwood and Tulsa will be like for African Americans? What do you hope it will be?
I hope it's being able to get back to normal like it was before. But it's going to be some help, because if everything that our race owned then, they should be reimbursed for it before Greenwood can get back like it was. But now, maybe it might be different, but that's my thought about it.
What do you hope for 100 years from now Greenwood will look like?
I would think, I hope that we'll get back like it was. Like people own their own business, their own jewelry stores, their own banks, funeral homes, police stations, tailor shops. They work hard to get that. They wanted the people in Oklahoma didn't lend them the money. They had to go to different states to get that money to build that building. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that again.
Now I got to ask you this. Now, I've met him before coming here. How you let this man go on the Tom Joyner cruise every year, dancing with all those young women? I got video of him on the dance floor late at night, having a good time.
I think I was present at that time. I've been with them.
You got a plan. You don't have to have a lot of money. You plan it for years, then you decide what you want to do. You save a few dollars every month, and when time to come to go, you can go.
Yeah, well, I went with him, and I think I was with him during that time when he was dancing. But they invited me.
99.
Yeah.
She was 99 years old when she went on.
Yeah.
Well, it was about 1 o'clock in the morning when I ran into him at the party.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, he was out late.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. You see, when I went, I had to be pushed in a wheelchair.
Right.
Tom Johnny and his son would take care of me. They said, where's Dad? Said, we got him. So I didn't worry. I had people that looked after me on the cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was taking tequila shots.
Oh.
Oh, he was on that dance floor just getting it.
Oh, I'm sure.
I love life.
Huh?
I love life. I love people.
But he said tequila shots. I had to think twice what the kind of shot that would be. Now, what kind of shots are they getting? What's this little herb that's growing?
They taking all kind of shots now.
I mean, but it's a what are they?
That's a Mexican shot.
That's my trouble. I can't think sometimes of the next word I want to say.
It's all good. It's all good. So you absolutely love life and you live it. I tell people all the time. My hashtag is live life, love it. You got one. And you don't sit there going through life being sad.
Yeah. And I think being active like that, you know, he had a large family and everything, and he and the family was always together. I think you dance more with your little granddaughter than, you know, and so that makes a difference, you know. That
just love it. It's part of my life.
Yeah.
Well, my philosophy is if my legs still work, let's go.
Well, sure. I know. I wish mine did, but This knee don't go very fast for me. So
Well, that's why I said, people ask me all the time, they say, man, you always dancing and stuff. I said, look, there's ever day I can't dance, there's going to be some video of me getting down. So I can always say, just play the video or you'll see the evidence.
oh no, when they give it a little tune, I can move up the upper part.
You got the shoulder dance.
Shoulders That's what
What's going on now, it's taking plague away from the people. It's not going to be like it used to be. See, when you work 8 hours a day, you want to come home and like to have a nice dinner weekend. You like to go somewhere. You like football. You like to go to football, or baseball, or basketball. You can't do that no more.
Well, hopefully if folks take their COVID shots, we'll be able to get back to normal as fast as possible. That's what I'm hoping.
Uh-huh.
Well, we have been enjoyed being here. Greenwood is sacred ground. More than 300 folks lost their lives. But our mission is to keep speaking truth and keep the story going, and not relying on somebody else to tell our story. And we're going to make sure that folks always are aware of your story, what happened here.
I appreciate you digging me up and pulling me in on this.
Well, I appreciate it. Well, like I say, I'm always running to him late at night on the dance floor.
Oh.
So see, I didn't see you late at night on the dance floor, but I got video with him.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Well, I appreciate it. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of the weekend. You get that Hollywood attention with all the photos and all the love they've been showering on y'all.
We will. We will. I'm sure we will.
Experience, and it's something just special, to be honored, to be telling a story about history. That's what I like.
And I bet you didn't mind that $100,000 check presentation up there, huh?
Man, oh my goodness, no.
I didn't think this would ever happen to me.
I've never seen that much money.
Huh?
I haven't either.
Say it again?
I've never seen that much money.
There you go.
We never had no money.
Get this back on you. There you go.
I used to work 10 hours, I get 10 cents an hour. 10 hours, $1.
Me, I've done the same. So, but this was an honor. I appreciate you folks, including us. We've all enjoyed it.
Up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and you quit at 5.
My grandson, Fraser.
Huh?
My grandson, Ike.
Ike's right there, so he's about to come get you.
Yeah, well, that's all right. If it wasn't for him, now I couldn't be here,
Well, we're
'cause
glad Ike hooked you up.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what I'm depending on now. My children, grandchildren, and great grandchildren.
Well, that's what their job.
They'll help me.
You took care of them. Their job is to take care of you.
They'll whatever that check is. Well, we'll all enjoy that. And hopefully have. Like I tell them, well, I won't be here much longer to help you all do it, but we're going to have fun.
But you're going to enjoy it while you can enjoy it.
Well, sure. I mean, there's so many things we need, so just getting things that you need makes you feel better and be able to live longer and be satisfied. And
Folks, back to our Roland Martin Untitled video in just one moment.
Racial injustice is a scourge on this nation, and the black community has felt it for generations. We have an obligation to do something about it. Whether it's canceling student debt, increasing the minimum wage, or investing in black-owned businesses, the black community deserves so much better. I'm Nina Turner, and I'm running for Congress to do something about it.